And he can. I agree with him.
He's third in line in the white number 29. The Baltimore Colts, and that's not the old NFL team. It's a new, Canadian League
football
team
league, yeah.
That's sponsoring that car today.
You know, we don't get to talk about Rodney Combs all that much, but this guy is a serious contender for any race he goes into. He's got great sponsorship, a good race car, and he's a good race car driver. If you ever run dirt against him, you'll find out how to run second to him, too.
Yeah. Well, I think what happened, he said, Richard sat up here and watched him race last week, and Richard must have learned a lot and helped him out a little bit. That's probably what happened.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Ernie Irvan, who started 13th in the Mac Tools number 28, is right up against Phil Parsons.
Now, you talk about Ernie Irvan. He don't have to build momentum. He's had it the whole time. The car looks like it's working very well. Left front right on that white line coming through there as he makes the pass on Phil Parsons down the front straightaway.
And if you notice, Phil gracefully gives him that inside line and drops right in behind him because he doesn't want to lose any more spots than that one.
Mike, is one thing. It's early in the race. It's give and take. You have to give a little bit. You don't want to do something cause cars trouble this early in the race.
Watch 11th place. Dale Earnhardt is there after starting way deep in the field. Earnhardt started 23rd. And you're riding with Mark Martin right behind Earnhardt. And Mark started well back in 17th place.
It's unusual to see that car that far back. Normally you see it going for the lead. You see him going up under Earnhardt there down the back straightaway.
Ernie Irvan is slowed, and Mark Martin is in the wrong lane.
Yeah.
There he goes by Irvan, but he had to give up 2 spots to do it.
Oh, Harry is in the bind there, too.
The bright green car of Harry Gant behind Mike McLaughlin as Irvan comes to pit lane very slowly.
Man, that's a shame. That car was really cooking. It was moving around the racetrack. Probably the fastest car on the racetrack at that time.
I think he's at going to the garage speed right there. That's not pit road speed limit. Well, maybe it is. I'm going to stay out.
They've had some ignition problems with that car in the past, so could be that. Oh, we got a high-speed roadblock.
Report is Ernie Irvan has dropped a cylinder. Here's Glenn.
Ernie has brought the car in. It is not running, and they just told me that they thought it was running. What happened to the they're going to look it over, but looks to be terminal. He doesn't look to be in any hurry to get back out there. I think this is it for him today. Tough break. Boy, that car was really on the move. I'm telling you, I watched him going through the first turn last lap. He was really flying, but no more today.
Ernie Irvan out of the race at 28 laps. Here's the battle up front.
That's what I was going to say. You talk about cars on the move. These two cats in the front right here, they're checking out. They got a good quarter straightaway lead on everybody else.
Well, Ricky Craven's leading right now, and he's setting up a nice draft for Rodney Combs to run along there. And as long as they don't race, they may build up a little lead over these cars because the third and fourth place car are not running nose to tail quite as tight as these two cars here, and the draft will pull them right on the way.
Do you think that Ricky Cravens has any incentive to run good here this week? You think his sponsor maybe has got anything to do with how good he's running this weekend?
I must tell you, I dined at the estate of the DuPonts last evening, and it was quite well.
Whoa, wonderful. What did you have?
Winterthur is now a museum. 2,400 acres, 106 rooms. They showed us one desk, Darrell. They said one just like it sold for $12 million recently. What a place. Here's your Napa Field standing update. We keep America running. Here's how they're running.
What they have in that disc? $100 bill?
They wouldn't let us touch it, let alone open it.
We got a little bit of... Yeah,
Earnhardt.
Man, this is moonlight madness in the daytime here. What's going on? I mean, Ernie Irvan's car never breaks hardly, and there's Earnhardt coming in, and that looks pretty bad for him at this time.
Let's go back up front where Rodney Combs is putting the pressure on Ricky Craven.
I'm not sure Rodney Combs may not have the fastest car of the two right now, but as long as they're racing like this, there's really no need to really making a charge on him because they are pulling away from second and third, or third and fourth, pardon.
Well, Rodney started outside pole. He told me this morning he really thought he could have had the pole, and Ricky Craven was just a tick better.
I want to stand corrected. He wants to lead. I don't think he's led a lap this year in the 43 car.
Last race he led was 6 laps here last September. You're right. Here's Glenn.
Well, they pushed Ernie Irvan's car away. Ernie's left standing here. Ernie just threw down. Boy, that thing was really running.
Well, I tell you, it really was. When something started happening with the caution, it started spitting and sputtering a little bit. Took off and started missing. So let's come in and check if a plug wire was off or something. Couldn't I'd have to retire the back 12 corners.
Well, at least now you get a lot of rest for tomorrow.
Yeah, I learned a little bit about what the track's like and about racing.
Okay, Ernie going to take it easy for a while.
Ernie's out of the race, and the report on Dale Earnhardt is they suspect a broken rocker arm or something in the valve train.
You want to talk about fast cars on the racetrack? There's an old green car that's just creeping right on up toward the front. He is easy as he goes. Old number 7, Handsome Harry, is motoring to the front.
Well, he's going to have to work hard to catch these two birds.
They look good, but I put my money on Harry right now.
There's Harry Gant and Mark Martin.
Boy, that's 2 good ones there. If they get hooked up, they'll come right on to the front, as Darrell said.
Harry started 27th. He's running 9th. And you're in the 10th place car.
You see the steering wheel on Mark Martin's car, how still it is all the way through the corner. That car is working very well. Anytime you see those spokes not moving, that car is handling it.
Anytime you see the wheel turn only to the left, that driver is a happy camper.
Yeah.
You got it.
That's for sure.
Well, that's a good shot of the back of Harry Gant's car. Those cars in front of him look in that mirror. I guarantee you look bigger than that out the front of Mark Martin's car.
Mike Wallace just ahead, the FDP brake Chevy, and just ahead of that Tim Fiedler.
I think it shows a lot of integrity on Mark's part to sit there behind a guy like Harry Gant. He knows Harry's good. He knows he's going to the front. He's just going to follow him. He's not going to try to pass him right now. He's just going to stay with him.
Boy, oh boy. That was almost a mistake there. The red car you see in the back of that frame there, the lead cars run up on him, and they had to almost lock the brakes up, and that brought everybody back in the line there for the lead.
Johnny Rumley backing up down on the bottom in the White House apple juice car.
You know, Mike, guys, I think they ought to have more white lines on this track because there's only that one around the inside, and that's the one everybody looks for. If they'd put a couple more of them up there, maybe they'd find them.
Well, they're going to repave this whole track after the September race, and maybe make that suggestion.
I will.
Well, when we go down in the next corner, I'll show everybody something. When you see those black marks going in there, that's because that car broke loose getting in that corner. It's like driving off a 2-story building down into the corner. All that stuff you see halfway up the racetrack there, that's non-usable real estate.
Watching number 8, Kenny Wallace, the TIC Financial Corps, running with Shauna Robinson, Mike McLaughlin, Bobby Dotter. Wallace is the point leader. Ooh, look at this, stack them up just ahead. Elton Sawyer there as they work past Johnny Rumley in the yellow car on the inside.
I don't know how that looks to you people at home, but that is breathtaking out there in that seat out there today.
That battles for 12th spot. At the front of the pack, Phil Parsons, who won the third ever Busch race at Bristol in 1982, the modern era of the series, then late model sportsman. His second career win coming 12 years later, and he is now running third and hot on the trail of the leaders in car number 29. 42 laps complete here at Dover Downs. Ricky Craven the leader, Rodney Combs in second, Phil Parsons is third, Dale Jarrett fourth, Larry Pearson in fifth, Terry Labonte and Tim Fiedler. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Dover Downs. Back in here in the infield, Dale Earnhardt and I just kind of leisurely hanging out. There was a caution just a moment ago, but you were out of the race. What happened to your car?
Well, our car was running great. The Jim Goodwrench Chevrolet, Tony, and all the guys done a great job. We was running along there, and it sort of got a little sluggish, and the car felt right there at that time that I could go to the front any time, but got a little sluggish and it broke a rocker arm. So I think something probably happened to a valve spring or maybe a keeper or something. So we just here in the infield going to have a picnic now and sit in the shade and watch the race.
And you got to get ready for practice, of course, after this race is over for the Winston Cup race tomorrow. How's your car running?
Well, it's running great this morning, and we put a race engine in now, and we're running it this afternoon. So we feel good about Dover. It's a tough place to race, but we always run good. We'll just rest up right here in the shade for tomorrow.
Okay, good luck tomorrow, Dale.